and welcome back to our YouTube channel. It's been a few weeks since we've been able to do anything, obviously due to restrictions with COVID-19, not being able to get out and about, so it's kind of struggled to do any interview content. So it's lucky now we can actually meet up with people again, obviously adhering to social distancing, 2 meters apart on the couch. So today I've got Aron Lomax here. Aron owns Treo homes and also Expat mortgage. Just want to talk to a little bit. So how are you doing, Aron?
Not too bad yourself?
Yeah, not bad. It's bloody hot in here, but
yeah, it is a little bit toasty, isn't it?
So just basically tell us a little bit about your business and what you do with both of them.
Okay, so as you mentioned, we have two businesses. We have Treo Homes. Treo Homes is primarily a real estate business based in Dubai. We focus on sales and leasing in the secondary market, not too much in the off-plan space. We started that about 3 years ago with the three of us out of our apartment in the marina. And then fast forward till now, we've got almost 35 staff. We've won numerous awards. It's been an exciting couple of years.
Aron's agency, when you go up into the place, it's more modern than any real estate place I've ever seen. You go in and there's like drum code pumping, and there's like quite a good like kind of lads atmosphere in the building. It's not what you imagine real estate to be. So like that's quite a cool part of it.
Yeah.
So tell us like how you came about starting a real estate company, and especially like at such a young age for like to have it successful within 3 years.
So me and my two partners, the three of us, we were all in real estate previously. We've been in real estate in Dubai for 6 years with multiple years experience in the UK previously. So when we came over here, we came over as agents, same as many other agents within other companies. And then we kind of became friends personally, the three of us, and then we became very good at the job. We were actually the top billers in our previous company. And then it just got to a point where we started seeing opportunities in the market. We started seeing new opportunities in new areas within Dubai. So obviously the main areas such as Marina, Palm, these places are very saturated. We started seeing all of these new developments actually coming to fruition and handing over. So we kind of got our heads together and said, now is the time for us to start a company. This is the space you want to operate in. And there was no other companies doing it at the time. And there's still not too many companies doing it now. So we found our niche, we put our heads together and we decided, let's do it. So it was very good for us when we started.
That's awesome. So sort of what's impact have you, obviously you've been here for quite a while. You came over here like, well, a good few years ago. So what have you seen like the difference, the way like social media has impacted the way you do your job since it's sort of became more popular and more things being listed on there and so on?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's always been a massive sort of dependence for real estate companies to be on the big portals, which we spend an ungodly amount of money to be on. So I think there's always been, people have been looking for different avenues to generate leads, more cost-effective leads and more targeted leads. And the only way to do that was branch out into marketing agencies such as yourself. So I think everybody in these companies, especially smaller companies, try and do everything. And there's got to become a point where you're not a specialist in everything. You need to start giving the specialist aspects of your business to specialists. And I think the benefit of stuff like social media is such a complex thing, especially the lead generation side of things, that I think not just real estate, but any business will benefit massively from getting some experts on board to do that sort of stuff for them.
Do you think it sort of helps you like bring your personalities out within it as well, though, like when you're putting stuff like, because again, your socials are they're a bit more modern than most real estate companies and stuff as well, so there's...
Well, I think real estate's quite a corporate. It's seen as quite a corporate enterprise, but at the end of the day, it's not a B2B market. It's still client facing. So the clients don't necessarily want this massively corporate approach. They enjoy getting a bit of personality with the individual agents, with the company itself. And obviously, we're quite a young company. We're quite a fresh company. So the marketing and whatnot, especially the content-wise, has to reflect that. So.
Yeah. Well, like I said there, you can tell that from walking straight into your office. It's exactly a modern, kind of vibrant place.
Good place to be.
So yeah, you touched on it. So I want to know like what's been the benefits of bringing on an agency such as ourselves, and what you've noticed the difference since you've employed us to help you with your accounts.
Well, as I say, I'm not a marketing specialist by any means, and I think a lot of people, a lot of small medium business owners aren't. So in terms of lead generation and sort of the perception that having an agency on board creates, is that when you're looking for a very targeted campaign, you can't do it yourself, and you have to employ someone to be able to do it. And when you bring someone on board, it alleviates a lot of the time and the wasted money trying to do it yourself. So when you bring someone on who really knows what they're doing, you can get massive benefit in terms of targeted leads in specific areas, and you can bounce ideas off each other because these guys are the specialists in what they do. And especially between us, we've had some great ideas and some great campaigns come together. So I think without employing an agency to do those sort of things, it just wouldn't be possible. You'd just be forever dependent on the big portals to generate leads. and you wouldn't be able to get your personality across to the clients.
Well, that's a big thing since, like, well, when we came on with yours, obviously real estate's probably one of the most competitive AdWord industries in Dubai for like Google search and also on your social media search. But like you've said, because you've got these niche areas and like different projects, there's been ways we've been able to find and like market around to sort of get you better like CPAs and then more conversion rates as well.
Definitely so, yeah.
So yeah, that's great knowing a bit more about your business and sort of like telling, well, how the social media side of things and lead gen affects it. I want to finish on a kind of lighter note, and have you had any weird and wonderful requests from like clients of yours over the time?
Well, Dubai's a very strange place when it comes to this. There's a lot of different people from a lot of different places, so there's different requests that come. But I think the one we've had a few times, which always makes us all giggle in the offices, are these walls soundproof. That's one that makes us all laugh, because who knows what they're going to do in there. But yeah, and we've had a few strange requests for financing options. We recently got a guy who's in Dubai and he wants to finance a greenhouse in Kazakhstan. So each to their own. But yeah.
All right, bud. Well, thank you very much for coming on today.
No worries.
Thank you all for tuning in again. I know it's been a while. I'm trying to get more regularly back to putting content out there. And if you've got the time, please click subscribe. All support is appreciated. All right, thanks very much again, Aaron.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.